I want to change up the music. Okay. So, most recently in our adventure, you all met with Aulethier, the seeming leader of the Metamorphi and the namesake of this mountain within the Bridlebane mountain range. They discussed with you the nature of your arrival, some rather curious circumstances of many of your party members and your belongings, and then requested that you help investigate the subterranean depths below this mountain, where Aulethier had sensed some sort of disturbance below for the past couple of weeks, and grew concerned that hellish influence sought to claw its way into this world. You spent a day recuperating from your travel, but the following day set out downward into the mountain's caverns and tunnels. And in your journey, two of you were just struck by a falling boulder, which, looking up, you see was pushed by a creature resembling a boulder itself. Jesus. And as your muscles now and instincts rear into action, around maybe early afternoon, maybe just before noon or so on Morndas, the 20th of Sun's Dusk, I'd like everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Morndas the 20th?
Morndas, the 20th of Sun's Dusk.
That's 20. Click on me, then click on the Beyond. Galopter.
Oh, dog. Ew, Caleb got 22.
Galopter.
Caleb. I feel like that's a slur against a kid named Caleb.
Oh my god.
What's up, Caleb?
That's such a second grader little fuckhead thing to say.
No. 7th graders would do that.
Yeah, that's true. Alrighty.
Save that for
So
What am I
You
doing?
all-
Initiative.
you all look up and see this creature above you. It's not very large, like 4 foot tall, but it's very bulky and just looks like the texture and shape of a stone, but it has clearly like pulled back into a somewhat loosely humanoid figure. And as it just laughs as it has hit you all with this boulder, that, or two of you at least with this boulder, it just uh-oh, that just randomly stopped. It is going to now slowly walk over. Play. And it's going to walk over to these two boulders and reach its arm out, and you see a surge of like dust and gravel start to fall off them as they become animated as well.
Oh.
Okay.
And they're going to move very low in the order, but you see those boulders start to shift and move, not taking on a humanoid appearance, but rather just starting to become animated. The Galabdur then calls out, and you see over to this side of the map, another boulder unfurls
Oh my god.
and becomes humanoid figured as well. And I will have that one roll initiative separately.
Jesus.
All right, but that will do it for this Galabdur's turn. Jiri, it is up to you.
Oh, let me see something real quick.
That's a good one to get out of the way.
Jiri is like staring blankly kind of off in the distance for a moment and then springs into action by slinking behind Toby and being like, Toby, I've got your back, don't worry. And he is going to attempt to hide behind Toby.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll. With disadvantage per scale mail, I think. Or no, you have half plate, but still disadvantage. Okay. You're very confident that Toby Rama will, keep you hidden, his small form.
Excellent.
All right.
Can I
Will
try
that do it for Jiri?
That's it.
All right. The next one's turn. You see him furl up into a ball. You saw when this one was moving, it seemed to be moving very slowly. Like it's hard for these things to walk on 2 feet. But this one immediately curls up into a ball and rolls downward and does a similar practice of reaching its arm out and animating the 2 boulders directly in front of it. Which will be a 12. Oh, shit. And therefore go right after it. The Gale of Dur has used its action, and these 2 boulders now start rolling upward toward you all. And that will do it for both of those turns. Toby, you're up.
What is one to do? Oh man. I literally don't know. Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
How high is that? Like that pink thing?
I would say it's this. Where is my ruler? This is a 15-foot rise, so pretty close to accurate per the drawing.
So this is close to 30 feet away from me?
Yes.
If I was standing here.
Yeah. Close to.
Okay, so I'm gonna inch forward, but like try and keep Jiri behind me. And I will try to cast Bane on this guy and these 2 things.
Okay. All right, we'll do Gale of Dur first. That's a charisma save, correct?
Yeah.
Fail.
Success.
And success.
Damn it, me too.
So it's hard for you to assault the minds of these 2 animated boulders, but the Gale of Dur, you do reach into its consciousness and you see it like shake its head in confusion. I'll go ahead and mark that
what the
one,
animated
guys.
boulders are about? Like,
What do you mean what they're about?
Like, what are they doing? Like, he animated them?
They're starting to shift and like try and roll towards you, and then you guys heard these ones come up on your right. They are clearly spherical boulders rolling uphill toward you.
But they don't look like creatures.
Did everyone take some minor damage from the lava room?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll do a healing word on Telperion. Wait, no, I can't do that. Because that's 2 spells. So for my bonus action, I'll do nothing.
Okay. Roulette, it will be your turn.
Should we get going out of here? And I'm just gonna start making one. Whoops. Leave you there. 2, 3.
You can push past allies for free.
4, 5, 6.
Okay. Yep. Perfect.
I'm just gonna assume I used another one there. I'm going to attempt. I'm up against the wall. Knowing that the boulders are above me, I'm going to try and stay as close to the wall as possible.
Okay.
I am going, because we just spoke about this. I'm going to hold my action to dash out of the way if these boulders start falling on top of me.
Okay, that sounds good.
As a bonus action, Alfie, see if you can hurt him. And I'm just gonna have Alfie do one dump of the the wand of magic missiles.
Okay, a single charge.
A single charge up to the guy up top.
Okay, all 3 missiles going for that one guy.
Yes.
Love it.
All right.
Hot.
Yeah, that is wild. You see these darts of force penetrate little gaps in its rocky form and detonate. You see like chips of stone fly out from its form. How much damage is that? 14. Okay. Toby Rama, go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyway because you rolled really low. You see, as those darts penetrate this guy's form, you see these 2 boulders that were tipping over the edge just kind of settle back down, harmlessly falling into place.
Love that for us.
That's my turn.
Okay. Telperion.
I'm gonna move. I do think.
Oh, dude, thank.
Oh, is that where? That's 30, right? Oh, I can do 35. Love my cloak. I see a boulder up here.
Point to it for me.
Oh, hang on.
Okay, yep.
This one's within range, right? Yeah. I can move it. Oh, I really want to try to sling a boulder at this dude.
You have gravity on your side, so if
Yeah.
you shake it loose, that might do something.
I am gonna try. I'm gonna move it 30 feet this way
Okay.
and try to line it up so it bowling balls this dude.
Okay.
So
I think
Topiary
that's
lifts
super
his hand
doable.
up.
Yep.
You see his everything on him, cape fly back with some of the energy, and he lifts that boulder and puts it there.
So you lift it over, you bring it down roughly to a spot where you feel comfortable dropping it, and you drop it right here.
Yeah.
As it falls and then hits a portion of the terrain that is sloped downward, it does cascade and roll directly down toward this guy. I'm going to have him make a dex save.
Physics.
Technically, oh man, it almost was the one.
Yeah, it really was close to the one. He does succeed, but he still does take half of this and is not knocked prone. That's not the rolling charge, but it's the same damage. 3, but half and then half again
Prone.
because it's not magical. But you do see him take. He doesn't even dodge this thing. He just puts his shoulder down. You see this boulder detonate around his form. He does take a single point of damage and does still need to make a con save,
Oh
No.
which he makes.
Close.
Wow, could that have been more humiliating? Is this boulder here or did it roll?
No,
down?
it rolled down off screen functionally.
I'm gonna quick toss a sliver of this little piggy.
Okay.
This little pig. Yeah. I will have. Oh yeah, so quick toss. I roll an attack. Nat 17, so
24.
plus 8.
Yes, that's absolutely gonna hit. Go ahead and roll.
All right, so this is a d6 plus 5. 6 plus 5 is 11.
Damn. Okay. As you see that, you saw him take virtually no damage from a boulder knocking him, but you do weirdly see your sliver sink into its chest as if it wasn't made of rock. So your magical weapon definitely pierces its form and does the intended amount of damage, and it will make a save, which it hangs on to.
Okay. Did it look hurt? Well,
You did hurt it.
I know I heard
Yeah,
it.
you did hurt it, and you saw some rubble kind of fall from the spot in its chest where your thing is not embedded.
Yeah.
But
I'm just debating a psionic pulse or surge into it or strike, but I'm gonna hold on my side eye.
Side.
will that do it for Telperion?
Yeah.
Okay. It
Jerry,
is not
come
the
on.
animated boulder's turn up here, so I will remove that from the tracker. But it will be this guy's turn. And he is going to can no longer do that. You see this guy roll up into a boulder and start moving.
Goron.
And he will quickly change and move around his trajectory as the targets are available in front of his space, and he can make it functionally all the way up to here. I need now, Roulette, you did say as this guy is starting to roll, you can trigger your dash. So I'll let you choose where that dash is going, but I need Toby Rama to make a dex save along this thing's trajectory, and then it is going to try and make a slam attack at Telperion.
Me?
so Roulette, you're full on like
I am
running with it right behind you.
Yeah, I'm full on Indiana Jonesing
Yes.
just as it's going.
Amazing. Okay, Toby Rama, you only take half of this and are not knocked prone. You take 4 damage as you do jump to the side, but it does like hit your shoulder pretty hard. But 4 damage to you. Go ahead and make a con save on your Bane.
+1 to this roll. So no.
So it
no
does,
D4 for dang it. Sorry, Telperion.
It shakes its head, and then its boulderish form just launches toward Telperion as it makes an attack at you. And because it got a rolling charge, it will get a little extra damage here. But here's the attack.
That's what my rhinos had.
Ooh, and the extra rolling charge damage.
Yeah,
For 22, so it's just barreling towards you. You see Roulette just run right past you as this thing just collides with you. But you're able to get your shield up. Very cool. So
I go like this.
How much damage is that?
Well, 8, 9, 10, 11. Minus 11 from whatever you just said.
Okay, so you take 11 damage total as this thing just blasts into you and then stops. And as soon as it hits you and falls to the ground, it forms up back into its humanoidish.
She's smiling.
Hard to tell with this thing's kind of facial structure. It's just like striations in stone that you just like see. But Jiri, you are up.
All right, you hear Jiri whispering to himself to be brave. And he's slightly brave, so he is going to. Wait, are these 2 ones alive? These bottom ones.
Point them out to me. These guys, yes, these guys do seem to be slowly continuing rolling upward.
Okay, Jiri's gonna slap his hands together, big thunderclap with his hands, and aiming like in the middle of those 2, not to hit Roulette, but just to
so
kind of
back
farther
behind those. Them. Sure. Is that a 10-foot radius?
It is 10-foot radius. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you're absolutely able to hit both of those. They will make con saves, is that right? And they will get disadvantage on this because they're made of inorganic material.
Ooh.
So this is the one on the left, fail, and this is the one on the right. Also fail. So go ahead and roll your damage.
20 damage to both of them.
20 to both.
Ooh, baby, baby.
Fuck. That's awesome.
You see both of those get blasted. Like you see shrapnel of rock and stone just spray in the vicinity. Definitely a heavy hit on both of those, but they still seem to be keeping their animated form.
All right, and then Jerry's gonna try to slide down the cliff right here.
Okay, that is a large boulder perched on the cliff edge, so you won't. That's not an accessible space right now.
All right. Can I like push it down and like try to slide down after it?
Yeah, you can absolutely push it down. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me. This thing's large. It is, 5 foot tall and 5 foot in diameter, but it's perched on a spot where this might still be available. But with a 6, unfortunately, you are unable to budge.
Be brave. Be strong. Be brave. Be strong.
Jerry's like pushing at this boulder, and he's just gonna continue to like push at it, and then end his turn there.
Okay, sounds good. All right, it is the second one's turn. This one is going to roll up into a ball and is going to roll
Jesus. Gonna go meet his friend.
This far,
Oh.
and then begin to climb up the wall. And then with its action, it will dash and try and further get up the wall using the rest of its movement. And that will do its turn. So it is trying to flank you guys on a different side, but that will do it for its turn. You definitely notice that these things' walking speed is much different from their rolling speed versus rolling downhill speed. All different kind of physics applied to each type of their movement. But that will do it for him, and then it will be these boulders' turn, which both of them are just going to go for the closest person, as they both go for roulette.
Are they just like in ball form rolling at me?
They are just in ball form rolling towards you, trying to smash you. These don't seem to have the same sort of like intentionality as the other creatures. This will be 20 to hit, 11 damage.
I don't have my reaction.
That is true. So 11 damage to you. You're not concentrating on anything, are you? No.
No.
And then the second one. Oh, as that one like knocked you back, this one just slams into you for 26 damage.
Is it 30 feet? 60 feet. No, wait. Where is it?
I think you are 30 feet.
It's 30 feet.
You are just too far. But that is their turn. They are stupid, low intelligence things just smashing into you, and you're surprised the force they carry, not having conscious mind. But that was a lot of damage. That's their turn. Toby, you are up.
We need them to not be able to use these boulders.
Con checks.
Con checks indeed, which makes me want to bane them again.
I mean, we just need damage on them. To make them make the con checks.
Yeah.
It's up to you, though. You want to bane them. We are all about to get to hit them a bunch.
Yes. Okay. I will path to the grave on this guy.
Okay. Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind.
Wow. These rolls this combat are not great.
It's not a creature. That's so lame. And continue what I was planning on doing and cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
And,
you are definitely able to do so.
Jesus.
Didn't you just bane them?
No, I didn't bane. And I'm gonna run up right in this guy's business. That's my turn.
What'd you do to your damage?
I passed to the graves.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay.
This guy.
Did not hear
So
that.
action,
Awesome.
bonus action. It looks like you moved a little bit to protect Jiri a little bit. Okay. Sounds good. It will be Roulette's turn.
Go for the ones with arms.
I mean, I can technically reach that, but I'm not going to swing at you. After the thunder clap happened in front of me, do these boulders look like they're falling apart?
They look significantly structurally damaged, but I hesitate to say bloodied.
Okay, because there's no blood.
Well, that's true.
Shit, that's a bonus action. I don't want.
It's 2 opportunity attacks.
I know.
This is stupid.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm just gonna action. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. Bonus action. I'm gonna have Alfie point at the guy by Toby, and dump another charge of magic missile into that guy.
Okay. As bonus action and action.
Oh,
14. You see those once more rip into this thing's form and detonate little debris out from it, and it will make a save.
Nice missiles. Ah!
You see the two stones locking your way forward, but still in place, settle back down to the ground, lifeless. And I will clear them off initiative.
That's my turn.
Okay. Telperion.
With my bonus action, I'm gonna reach over and touch roulette, and with the ring, I will give you a Vrael's tea, which is 2d4 plus 2. You don't want that? Oh, sorry. I said it.
No, it's fine.
Okay. You get 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 7 HP.
Neat.
Then you get 7
And
temps.
7 temps, yep.
Neat.
Yeah. I need to clear that out of my ring. And if I don't do it now, I'll forget later. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I said I was going to. Then I'm going to swing at this dude.
Swing at him.
7,
19.
19. No, it's 18.
19, 18 does hit. So you carve directly into this, and as soon as your blade hits it, you feel a lack of resistance as you see like mist escape, a silver mist escape from its wound that you're creating as it's going to be vulnerable to this entire swing.
Okay. I'm force damaging it too.
Okay.
And so this is a D10 because I'm two-handing it again. I'm back to two-hand. The D8 and a D4, and I'm re-rolling 1s and 2s on these because we're back to great weapon fighting.
Yep.
Which means I rolled every one again. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage total.
Times 2.
Times 2.
34 damage. Got it.
Which means that I
takes off like an entire arm of this thing, and you see like just rocks falling out of its form. That definitely severely structurally damaged this creature.
So I just did 6 psychic damage, so I'm going to heal 6.
Okay.
And that's 1 charge of my sword. And then I'm going to swing again. No D8
math
this time.
is hard right now. Got it. Okay, yep. Roll again.
17 to hit.
Does hit.
Okay, so I'm rerolling the 2 on my D10. So 7, just a 10. 14 damage on the second hit.
Okay. It's starting to look rough. Pretty rough.
I'm going to action surge and do it again.
Okay. Two more swipes. Go ahead and roll them.
All right. Yeah. A nat 1.
That one, unfortunately, misses. Roll basic save for me. Just roll a d20.
A 5.
You swing, and as it hits this thing's arm, it like reverses the momentum as it slaps it away. Your sword is dropped behind you. You can still go pick it up, but you do drop your sword.
I pull it to my hand, and then with my interaction, and then I swing one more time. I mean, I go pick it up if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's free interaction. Flavor, the free interaction looks like that.
He does that on his own.
For sure.
Okay, last attack. 19 plus 7, 26 to hit.
26 absolutely hits.
Re-rolling the D10 for 2 more damage. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more damage.
10 more damage. Got it. It's looking pretty bad.
That's my turn.
Now it is its turn, I believe. Yep. Seeing you do that, it wants to hit you back pretty hard, and it's gonna leave you, and it's gonna leave your space. As it tucks into ball, it tucks into ball form, rolls away from you 20 feet, and as it's leaving, you absolutely have an attack of opportunity if you would like it.
I'm gonna hang on, not attack it.
Okay, and as soon as you see that thing move 20 feet away from you, its momentum shifts, and then it starts rolling back toward you, now picking up speed with downward movement. It gets enough speed to get an additional rolling charge.
Alfie's gonna swing at it.
Okay, Alfie is welcome to swing at it.
It's, 1d8 plus. What the spells are? 1d8 plus 4. No, 1d20 plus 4. It's this plus 4. 15?
You see his little ostrich leg reach out and scrape it, but it's moving too quickly, and it just harmlessly grinds against stone as it rolls past.
Alfie spins on one foot.
Yes. And it makes an attack against Telperion. 17 to hit does not hit, I don't think.
No, but I will use a reaction to cloak it.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, it's got to make a dex save of 15.
Oh.
14.
2d6 cold damage.
Okay.
10.
10. You see this like a minute, immediate blizzard just wrap this thing and like lock it into place, and then it like sheds off the ice crystals building up on it. It looks like it is holding on.
I think
you
to
do
it.
what?
I think to it. I'll kill you if you don't leave. That's all.
And it is barely hanging in there. Jiri, your turn.
All right, Jiri stops pushing on the boulder, seeing this other guy next to him, and he's gonna stop chanting, "Be strong, Jiri." Now he's saying, "Be brave, Jiri." And he'll say, "Toby, I got your back. Don't worry." And he's gonna run around this thing. I think can make that, right?
Yeah.
All right, just 20, and he's gonna attack it from behind twice.
Okay, pulling out your sword, and you have advantage per flanking.
Fur planking.
Perflinking.
Fur planking.
Per flanking.
Spelunking. So many.
So many dice. 18.
18 does hit.
For 18 slashing. Or 18 total damage.
Yeah, technically 15 slashing and 3 lightning, but you do see the lightning lick into its form, and it does like react to it, so you do suspect that did do damage. For
No,
18 total
slashing.
damage. Right. Yep, you absolutely, similar to what Telperion experienced, you expect your sword to like hit as if stone and bounce off, but it does carve into it satisfyingly.
Alright, and then he swings again.
Woo!
Hits again.
Yeah, baby.
This thing, you chop off a limb of it. It is still able to keep itself up, and it still wants to play, but it is very damaged.
Alright, and then I do, as my bonus action, 2 cloud punches.
Okay.
Punchy punch.
Both with advantage.
Ooh, 11.
Unfortunately, that translucent force just like harmlessly bounces off both punches, not having the same force that you were able to do.
That's it.
All
Is that
right.
your bracers?
Yeah.
Yep.
It is now going to, you have certainly injured it more than the other person next to it has. It's going to grab onto you and try and push you down try and throw you down the cliff. Making an athletics check. You can make an athletics or acrobatics check to try and evade its grapple. So it grabs on you, but you just like slink out of its grasp, and then it goes, "No, play!"
Too stupid.
And that's what it did. That was its action, and it's not going to use its Would it roll? No, it's not going to. Toby, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna start by tolling the dead on that guy right in front of us.
Okay.
So whiz save. Love it, love it.
Big fail.
Big dum dum.
How much have you
Come, come.
Max.
You didn't tell me not to.
Oh,
I told you I was
whoa.
going to.
I didn't have time to. Your turn.
Unfortunately,
Okay,
low
roll
rolls,
2d12.
but it does.
5 damage.
You do see like the silver mist that had been put in it from Path of the Grave is like escaping, but it's blackening now. The essence of this thing is withering.
And then I'm gonna upcast Healing Word on myself. I'm down a good chunk. Level 2 cast. 8 to me.
I do believe Sanctuary fades since you did Toll of the
Attacks,
Dead,
yep.
correct? Okay. Will that do it for Toby?
Yes, it will.
All right. Roulette.
Roulette takes out the flail and for a moment contemplates just wailing on these inanimate, unmoving boulders that have severely wounded her. But she's going to run over. Would she run into flanking position? I don't know.
That's a roulette call. It's certainly available.
He's facing me, so you would know.
Yeah.
Her first,
Yeah, it's
her first one, her first attack, she's not. She's just like it's as she's running, she's going to attack
Okay.
because she is eager to hit something. 19 to hit.
Definitely hits, and you have a very satisfying sensation as it just bashes into this thing's form for 6
Thanks.
bludgeoning. You see, like, you just cleaved half of its face off, and then it just, like, looks at you, and you imagine surprise and fear in its eyes as you well up for what could be the final blow
second attack
with advantage.
Give me that 20.
Yeah, how do you destroy this one? It has 4 HP.
Depends on how much damage I do.
Imagine.
It's +5.
Just a fucking low rolls. I don't even know. Just like smack dab.
Bring it down to the top.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's shorter than me. It is shorter.
Oh
than
yeah.
Me. Flail is collapsed in, and it's just like a short hammer, just like right over the noggin, the rock noggin onto the ground.
The Heart of Hearts Fire Festival sinks back into your mind as there was a hammer thing, and you just fucking nail this thing, and it just collapses into lifeless rubble before you.
How far away are these guys?
I high five Roulette.
Over the dead body.
Yeah. Woo! And there's like stones exploding everywhere, and I high five you.
We're just gonna have some fun. See what happens. Bonus action. Alfie, go get him. And Alfie has a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Alfie has plenty of movement. Alfie has 40 speed. I'm gonna have Alfie try and kick this thing off of the cliff.
Okay. It will make an athletics check to resist.
What is that? It's athletics, I'm assuming.
You not boulder.
Oh my god. Skills athletics +2 so it's +5. The D20 +5.
Got to roll pretty high.
Did not roll high enough. Like he tries to do a one-legged kick as inauspicious.
Yeah, this hollow metal sphere rolls into this densely packed earthen figure, and he just like hugs it as it like rolls into him. Friend. And that will do it for
That's my turn.
Roulette.
That's my turn.
All right. Tail Perion.
I'm gonna have to throw a sliver at it, I guess. I can get
Okay.
I can get a shot of it. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
So I can go here. Can I have an angle,
Yeah,
right?
line of sight's a little reduced, but yes, you do have line of sight.
I'm just gonna throw a sliver. So
Okay.
extra hand. So that's my interaction. I grab my sliver out.
Perfect.
Oh fuck. 16. Actually, that's not that bad.
16 just hits. You think this is going off target, and then with a pulse of your mind, it trajectory changes and embeds
It's
itself
also
in the creature.
It's the +1/+1 because I rolled an 8, and I was like, oh, I'll never hit with an 8. But it's my sliver could. My sword would have missed. That's so satisfying. So D6 plus 5, so 3, so 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I have an attack, but I used my interaction. I can't do anything with that. Bonus action. Oh, I'll pull it towards me
Okay.
to see if I can. Well, actually, you know what? I want to leave it where it is. They're in a good position. I'll just psionic surge my brain. Second wind. Psionic pulse. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Sounds good. All right. It is this one's turn. You will be my friend.
This one
Trigger,
is
that's the
dead.
dead one.
No! You're so right. That's so sad. Jiri, it's your turn.
Get it, Jerry.
All right. Since he rolled a natural 20 on his athletics check, can we say he did a backflip and is now standing on top of it?
If we say, I would for free give you a backflip away from it, but a backflip on
All right,
top of it, you will be
right.
subjected to a dex save as Alfie tried to hit the thing and it tried to dodge it.
Never mind. Jiri moonwalked out of the way. It's like
Okay.
a cool dance move.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but yes, you for sure can have had a free backup if you want. Like you could be a space away from it if you need it to be.
Nah, I'm just gonna attack him.
Okay. Advantage.
Wow.
It's looking really, really rough. 26 or
That's the
9
worst it's been.
damage.
Did I mention I was attacking one-handed this time?
I certainly didn't hear it. This thing, even with that hit though, you see this thing, it's like got one leg and part of an arm left, and it's like trying to retreat back into ball form. How do you kill this thing?
Oh.
All right. I do a backflip since he's short, and I just slam my sword down into the top of its head.
As you slam it into the top of the head, you just hear a crack run through its body.
Or no,
And as
front
it-
flip.
And as it reaches out, reaching for Alfie, it just collapses into rubble and tumbles down the hill behind it. And you
Can't
guys
we
have
ever fight?
successfully gotten through.
Why can't we even fight like a warrior with this cool?
And then
weapons?
Toby and I high five.
Perfect.
I
This
carry my
thing
slivers
kind of-
back to me.
Harmless rubble tumbles down the cliff and is dead. You retrieve your
Alfie,
sliver.
Alfie definitely kicks the dead body over the cliff.
Okay, perfect.
It gives me that back.
I don't know if you heard this, but I carry my slivers back to my quiver.
Yep, I got that. Yep. Perfect.
Shall we move on and think about?
Can I just like look further down the mountain, or not mountain, cave, just to see like, hey, have we woken a bigger version of this?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a. I would say if you're inspecting boulders closely, that would be investigation, but surveying the space before you, give me perception.
Surveying, definitely.
You're perhaps put at a little unease because no, you're not able to determine if there's anything else that could animate, but that Gale of Dur that attacked you, you guys don't necessarily know that the thing was indistinguishable from real terrain. So you're not confident, but you don't see anything.
So can I take where we are right now? Take 20 seconds to toll the dead on these boulders.
Sure. You can do that.
No reactions.
No reactions.
Okay.
Roulette definitely like just hits every boulder as she's going by.
Maybe we like slide down where we can and pass as few boulders as we can.
I want to just like do like a before we go. I'm gonna stand right here and just try to do like a little survey of like, I think that do they have like a lair somewhere? Just to see.
Sure. Give me a nature check for kind of surveying the terrain specifically.
16.
You don't see any like grooves or burrowed tunnels in the walls that would indicate like hiding places for these things.
Okay.
As well as the fact that they're indistinguishable from boulders out in the open might be their hiding place.
Okay. Does anyone want to take a little break in a bit?
Shall we just slide down?
I guess I want to go check out the corpse of them just to see. I've never seen anything like this, I assume.
You have not. Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Ooh. 24.
Bless you.
24 is very good. You sort through the gravel and you're kind of frustrated as all this seems absolutely inanimate stone until you find one stone, very spherical and smooth, amongst the debris that just looks a little more onyx colored than the rest of it.
Oh, I take it.
Not sure what that is, but it is of note and separate from the other rubble.
Oh, sweet. I'll just pocket it. But I just look and it's just onyx spherical stone.
Yep.
Okay. Pocket.
Fist size.
When we make it down, I assume we go down to the bottom.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out another Cure Wounds patch and just throw it on myself.
Well, before you go.
I would advise against that if you're willing to wait a bit.
Oh, are we taking? Did we?
I was just gonna say once we got to the bottom,
yeah.
we want to take a break. Now that we're at the bottom, do we want to maybe think about resting for a little bit?
Or just a leisurely walk.
I don't know that you can leisurely walk while you short rest.
Yeah, I would say in general, short rest could include light activity like small walking, but this is a very harsh, severe environment. This is not conducive for leisurely walking. This is careful.
DM, do we? So, sorry, Tim. Do we know, like, can we sense how much longer that fire resistance is?
Make an intelligence check.
I should be good at these.
You think you're like, well, we went down a while. We might be after the last like journey. We might be a couple hours in. You're like, it could be running out any minute. Maybe it's an hour. Maybe it's 2 minutes. You're not quite sure.
Hold a match.
Especially without daylight and sun above, it's harder to gauge time here.
Do we want to just at least push forward a little bit to see? I don't know, because if we have that fire resistance and there's something, we got to walk through a wall of fire or something, it might help to have that.
We could push through a little for a bit, but I think a rest would be a good idea before we get.
I think at a place where we've cleared out an area, I feel better about resting there, even though we might.
That's right.
Run out of our.
Let's sit down and take a quick break.
Okay.
Shorto resto.
Everyone, as you're starting to sit down for a short rest, everyone make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh no. 13.
Roulette, Telperion, and Jiri, you all experience this sensation, but you feel tremor suddenly in the earth, like a minute earthquake permeating the space, and all three of you are knocked to your feet, harmlessly, not taking any damage. It doesn't seem like there's creatures nearby, but you just experience some strange tremor deep in the earth. You're able to get back up and begin your process of resting. But that was strange, though.
Indeed.
Definitely an alive volcano kind of thing.
That's a good question.
Does the hit die only give me +2? 1d10 +2.
Because you con
what?
No, my con's +2. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, but
stupid.
It automatically heal me.
Jiri goes over to Toby and he's gonna take out his flask and like gesture to Toby to take a drink. Have some water, Toby.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Toby.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything at the beginning of the battle with those rock things?
Did I hear anything?
Yeah, like any shadows telling that they're gonna suck your blood or anything like that?
Oh, well, no. I heard the Rock talking about wanting to play.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Have some water. You look thirsty.
Thanks.
I psionic recovery. I hit the side eye.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'm back at full health at 62 with the aid.
I imagine most of you are probably sitting during the duration of this, and you do
Fuck
all
this.
experience. Oh my god! You do all experience one more tremor throughout the subterranean space over the course of this next hour.
Chris, for transparency, I will have used my second channel divinity before the short rest to get a spell slot back. Short rested and used one more to get another spell slot back. I can no longer do that for the day, and I still have one.
Correct,
left.
but you still have one available. Got it.
How many do you have in a day?
2 per short rest channel divinities, but I can get back 2 spell slots a day. It's weird, but that's what it is. That is, spell slots back is a long rest thing. Channel divinity is a short rest thing.
God, that was such bullshit. That was horrible to watch.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry for the crit. Also,
Whatever. I just
that's who
don't
I
like
am.
rocks now.
That's what I do.
I apologize for being 5 feet too far.
You do have 7 temp HP still.
I know.
Make
Okay.
it count, so I don't feel like
While we're short resting, I'm gonna play a game with Alfie. It's the game we were playing before. We take a loop of rope that we have, and we are now trying to toss it on Talpyrion's antlers today. While we're sitting there, we're gonna sneak up behind
telekinetically maneuvering it
and
away
throw
so
them.
it doesn't land on my antlers.
Alfie's throwing with his.
But I do it really subtly, so I don't think they know that it's happening.
Yeah, make an intelligence check, Telperion.
Oh,
Hold on, I want to make a stealth
God.
check too.
This is a sleight of mind roll.
16.
16 versus 17. You do catch them a couple times, and you are able to beat their passive perceptions of maneuvering it away telekinetically without them noticing. And they're like, "Oh, I thought that one was so close." But eventually, Jiri does stealthily get one on.
Yes, I win.
I
I'm so
take
good
it
at
and
this
I
game.
pull him really hard towards me with it.
With the loop.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's a string, right? And I'm just gonna I will physically.
No,
grab it.
it's literally just a loop. You know, it's like ring
a
toss.
ring toss.
Oh, I see. I take it off.
Talpyrion, it'd be a fun game. Can we have some of your hair to make a loop out of, so we can throw it on things?
No.
Oh, dang. Okay, we'll just keep playing with a rope.
I value my hair more highly than that. What are these loops made of?
Just rope.
Okay.
But you guys are able to entertain yourselves throughout the short rest, recover, regain capabilities. You're able to successfully complete the rest.
Cool.
And I imagine continue forward.
Onwards or downwards and forwards.
Okay. The path forward continues to switch back and forth here and there, and then goes into more standard tunnels that have clearly been excavated in this deep space. And at some point, you open up into kind of a fork, if you will, of tunnel cavern networks that you could continue going down the same kind of excavated path. And then next to you on your left, there's actually peeking through the stone, there's a small little lava flow that runs alongside the path and then ventures further off left and down out of sight into some dark expanse.
Lava path?
Yeah, there's basically a lava splitting away from another tunnel off in the distance, or you could continue going on the more well excavated portion of path you're on. The flow is about 20 feet wide or so, but it's just like branching off, continuing a little lower than your path, adjacent to you, parallel to you, and then it splits off, falls down some out of space site, but there seems to be another version of a path out that way as well.
So the lava path, does it look like we have a place to walk alongside the lava flow?
It would be thinner terrain to walk on, but yes.
So we have a natural formation where maybe there'd likely be less creatures because it's not as comfortable as a path, but then it would be less comfortable for us as well.
Could always go ahead of us and spray water on the path, cool it down while we walk.
We'll make a lot of steam in a small tunnel, though.
Ooh, and I'll push it away from us.
If you feel like you've got the energy for that.
He's got his fan.
Yeah, but I think that's exhaustible, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can push air with my hand.
Oh.
I want to go a little step towards the lava and
Okay.
just like inspect the path and kind of like walk down 10 feet and just get a vibe for like how uncomfortable would it be to walk next to that lava for a long period of time.
So you definitely feel a great discomfort as your specifically armor starts to heat up uncomfortably, but it's bearable. You don't think walking next to the lava will functionally wear you down HP wise.
The only problem is if this path isn't tended or anything and it just turns into lava, we might get halfway down and then it just is
And then-
impossible.
Yeah, and then we just walk back and take the other path.
Yeah, you turn around.
We could go half a day that way. We don't really know how far down this is going to go.
I could take 10 minutes and feel if taking one way or the other is better than... I think I can get a sense for which one we should take if we are happy to spend 10 minutes.
You can do that, and then we can keep working through the logical end of it.
All right.
What do you think of it?
I will begin ritually casting augury and say we are about to venture down the lava pathway, trying to see if that's a good course of action.
Okay.
Jira's just
You
gonna
begin
blast
that?
everything with water.
Okay. You start spraying the lava.
Yep.
There is some ground to be gained doing that, but unlike the previous cavern further up that seemed to have collected lava and was otherwise somewhat static and not flowing, this lava, since it is flowing, it is much more difficult to create, a chunk of stable, static magma rock that you could walk on. As soon as you spray stuff and portions harden, they just continually get pushed downward this flow.
I did ask Roulette what she thinks.
I'm gonna take out Moby 3. I'll put on my goggles and my muffs, and I will send him down the lava path just to get a sense of like, does it turn into a waterfall in 50 feet? He can only go 100 feet though, I think, while he's in front of me. So
Okay. Yeah, and I apologize because I don't know. I always forget the particulars, but with kind of find familiar in this way, I think he can go further, but he can't communicate, or you can't
can
issue
only-
commands within a distance.
So I can only do the visual hearing within 100 feet. I can tell him to go further and do something and report back.
And potentially report back. Okay.
I'm just having him go 100 feet in while I look through and see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you strap on your little device to hone into his senses. He starts to fly down that path. It does get dimmer down there, but the lava flow traveling alongside that path does give some luminescence to that route. Of note, the chamber you guys are in right now, the tunnel, is not a very round diameter. It's more natural, like let's say 40 feet wide, 25 feet high at times, but that ebbs and flows. The terrain changes its kind of surface area as you're continually going down. This other smaller tunnel that Moby 3 is now going down is much more rounded, like 10 feet in diameter, and just seems to you either intentionally carved in this way or somehow is just different than the surrounding space. But go ahead and give me a perception check for Moby 3.
So the lava tunnel seems curved intentionally, like
it seems more consistently diameter, whereas the space you're in, it just like ebbs and flows along the way. Okay. You just get that information as he continues to go 100 feet down. You do see it's a more steep decline than the path you're currently on, but it doesn't indicate any section of like, oh shit, if we went that way, it's just going to turn into a lava fall or anything. And then as soon as your kind of vision starts to go a little blurry as he's edging on your distance, you have the opportunity to send him further or call him back or
I'll call him back.
Okay.
All right, now that the water isn't really working, Drew's gonna give up on that and then just go over to Toby and start cooling him off with some like air while he's like doing his bowel meditation.
Yep. Yeah, as a cantrip, gust is certainly not horribly strong, but it's also perhaps somewhat uncomfortable being gusted in the face, but it definitely cools Toby off. It's like sticking your head out of a car going really fucking fast.
I guess while he's doing augury, I'm just gonna go ahead down the regular terrain path, like 50 feet, and just try to like give it a good listen and smell, see if it smells nasty, see if I hear any life down that way.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a check the air.
Well, just like I feel like when you're underground, they always say like you can tell if it smells foul or not. Or
sure,
also,
like subterranean gases and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say overall just general perception check.
8, 9, 10, 11.
You do not hear indication of any noise, and the smell is somewhat sulfuric in the entire atmosphere, but that might not strike you as of concern, as that's fairly expected around lava and brimstone style terrain.
Okay. I go back. I don't even say anything because I didn't learn anything.
But 10 minutes does go by. In Toby Rami, you're casting augury, so you get a sensation of either weal or woe or neither or both, etc. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The sensation you get as you are, give me a wisdom check real quick. Okay. The spell certainly acts as intended. You kind of throw your consciousness toward almost imagining what it would be like to go down the smaller path as you cast the spell. And strangely, you feel like your breath is getting tenser, shallower, and then at one point you feel like a sudden urge to and hold your breath in surprise, and then you feel your heartbeat elevating, but then you feel a rush of cool air into your lungs. And this whole ordeal signifies some version of tenseness, possible lack of safety, but possibly a reward of potentially a long rest. if things go well down in that duration, a much more comfortable environment that you could arrive at should you go that direction. But there's danger along the way.
Okay. I'll just kind of open my eyes, stand up. Thanks for the breeze, Jerry. Yeah, there's definitely danger down the lava path. But also I got a sense of relief having gone through the danger. So it's almost like if we were to go down that path, we would have to fight to get through it. But if we got through it, it would be worth it.
What do you think?
Before I put Moby 3 away, I'm just going to send him down the other tunnel.
Okay. This will be for free, no perception necessary. It just continues similar to the current terrain. It is a more gradual, intentional for, human traversal. It's not as steep of a decline. It seems more safe of a travel terrain, but you don't know what it goes to necessarily.
I vote lava. I'd rather not be surprised by creatures or something, and if there's potential for rest and we just have to navigate some hazards, then I think that's worth it.
Would we be benefited by using a torch in that pathway? Probably.
I would say in general, yes, because a torch can shed bright light. And it's probably dim light overall down here. Sometimes even you guys are forced to use dark vision, and Jiri's able to strap on his goggles, and the rest of you have dark vision. But otherwise, when there's bits of lava peeking through the terrain, it does have a luminescence enough to give some dim light to the caverns. But
I'm going to levitate my sword 5 feet in front of me and light it up.
Okay. That is functionally... maybe the throw isn't as much as a torch, but it certainly suffices to provide bright light and then another additional dim light to the space.
And if you're planning to lead Telperion, I will be right on your back, trying to full hawk focus, look for anything moving, any unsteady ground or anything, if we are making our way down the lava path.
Lava path? Jerry, lava path? Or no?
Yep. That's the one I want to go down.
Awesome.
Let's make sure to stay hydrated.
So you identify that path as of interest to you that you want to pursue. You do need to find a way to cross 20 feet worth of lava.
Oh. There's 20 feet of lava in front of us.
Yeah, the lava flow is separating you from that path off in the distance, and it branches and trickles down that direction.
Okay. I guess we should be ready to do this a few times. Well, we know I can move things.
And I can make it minusculely harmful, but that's also time consuming. It would be like we would be able to run quickly across lava and only get a little hurt for an hour, but it takes me 10 minutes to get that started. So unless we have a better way to just it's a bit too much for jumping for me.
Is there anything loose in this area that would serve as any stone that's worth at least 5 feet long?
You could backtrack. You only pushed past a couple minutes from the switchbacks of the fight. So you could backtrack a little bit and bring something to be behind you, or you could create something in this space. But no, it doesn't look like there's any easily available boulders laying around.
Jerry,
this is flowing lava, right? So it's actually
slowly
moving.
flowing lava. Yeah.
Jerry, what if you shattered the ceiling and some debris went down and we could try to hop it?
But then it's gonna float away.
Roulette's gonna step up to the edge of the lava, take out a book, tear a page out and say Rasvim, and an ancient stone statue.
I like it. I like it.
The book, on the edge of the ground next to the lava, not in the lava yet.
Okay.
We'll makeshift
Yep,
bridge.
Yes, 6 to 7 feet tall, maybe like 2 feet wide in diameter. It'll be a clunky thing, but it's potentially deep enough to help bridge the gap of some jumps.
Oh, I was gonna give that to my people.
We've got more.
For the rest of the bridge.
Also, as a note, lava flow is moving around 15 feet per round, let's say. So it's not running quickly, but it is sludging forward. So just to give an idea of round by round movement.
Can we melt 2 statues together?
I feel like we'd be better off just pushing a boulder than melting very valuable statues together.
Well, I mean, it's already out. There's no putting it back, right?
That is true.
There is putting it back.
I could easily put it back in.
Okay.
Just like I'd rather not double down and waste 2 of them when I could theoretically go get a boulder and roll it down here.
Yeah, because that one statue is probably not gonna do it for mere jury.
Should we just go get?
Don't worry about me. I can get across.
Should we go back and get some boulders?
Yeah, probably just one, just for an extra stepping stone. Or
let's go try one and we'll see. What if we could crack it or something and lay it flat? I don't know. If we go back and we look for a boulder, is this the best one?
I would say, yeah. It's perched on a ledge, so, maybe needs care to dislodge it without it tumbling down toward you, but yes.
Should we just try?
Sure.
All right, let's go back. I go up here. I mean, I could levitate it down, which would expend a resource, or we could try to get it down without it flying all the way down. What do y'all think?
Let's just try and roll it.
the 4 of us, the 5 of us.
All right. So we got ropes or something? We could just lash some ropes around it and try to descend it slowly so gravity helps but doesn't let it roll all the way down.
But yeah,
I got like 4. We got like 4 ropes for climbing and shit. So we bought a lot of extra rope even.
Also, I'll just say with general terrain, atmospheric info, you also could not need to rely on pushing it down the boulder. And yes, just push it down slowly around.
Okay. So we'll just push. We'll take this one. We'll carefully, and Topirian will be the muscle behind it, generally giving it pushes, and maybe everyone else.
Okay.
I'll give you some pats on the back.
Okay.
Cool.
So with other people aiding you and Toby's guidance, go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage. You're going to be able to move it, but this will kind of determine pacing.
Well, an athletics check.
Yeah, advantage plus D4.
23.
Yeah, you're very able to do so. It's outside the range of what you normally can carry. It's certainly heavier than something, but because it's spherical, you are able to roll it into grooves in the terrain and functionally move at half speed while pushing it. But you're able to get that all the way back to that lava flow.
Fury will be your water boy and keep you cool.
How big is it?
5 foot diameter.
Okay. Fuck. If we could rest it in the center and root it down somehow, that would be very helpful. Even though 5 foot diameter is not going to be great jumping. Really, I don't know. What do y'all think? Anything? Should we just toss it in and try to hop on it?
It's gonna float away maybe, but we should do it quick.
I can lift it. I can lift it and move it back at least once if it is floating away. So 2 of us could hop on it. So we can generally, I think if we take a running start, we can jump a somewhat decent amount and then maybe just hop from there. I don't know how much can you jump in 5e without a running start? Is it like
I would have to check. I think I think long jump is strength score or half. And then high jump is strength modifier or half of how much elevation you can get of your feet above the ground, so you can still reach your full height. But functionally, let's say Telperian athletics or strength of 18, running jump you can jump 18 reliably. I would say standing jump you can reliably jump 10.
Okay.
9, 10.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to run up to the statue, and I'm going to put the statue back in the book.
Okay. So unfortunately, one page was expended from it, but yes.
One page was expended. I'm going to run back into the room that we were previously in. Alfie, come help me. And I'm just going to run with Alfie, and I'm going to expend 6 pages of the book to put 6 boulders in the book.
Okay.
I like it.
That you should. Did we say there was a weight limit on these?
So the statues were like 250 pounds, I think.
Right. The boulders you would immediately be able to determine are heavier than that. But if we don't say anything about like a cap of 500, then you're able to do this.
I gotta look back at our text, but I know how to do this.
The boulders also might be heavy enough that the lava flow is not going to roll them away. So we theoretically could do 2 boulders, and then that's all we need. 2 or 3. And then it could be handy just to have the other boulders in the book.
Right.
Any item heavier than 25 pounds is stored on its own page. I don't know that I ever went back into the language and adjusted for a max.
No, we said if it can't be large or bigger, as long as it's a medium-sized object.
Then this will work.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 6 boulders.
Okay, you get 6 boulders. You come in here and you grab that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. You have 6 boulders in your pages.
How easy is it to balance on a boulder in lava?
That's a great question.
A stride going, not too terrible. You can still mess it up.
I'll go first, I suppose. All right, so this is going to require some telekinetic.
Can you just like float the pages to where they need to be?
I mean, so as soon as I say the word, I kind of just hold the page in a spot in front of me, and it just appears in front of me.
That'll work for the closer one, and for the further one, I can move it and just drop it in.
I can just
push it down.
Any one of us can hold this book and just step and just.
Yeah, I meant like Telperian grab the page, float it, say the command word, so that it's not moving a heavy thing, moving just a page.
Oh, ooh, I like it. Okay, should I try it?
You have to rip it out. It's an action to rip it out of the book. You can't just like hold the page somewhere and do an action. It's like you rip it out and it happens in front of you.
Well, in any case, before we do magic, I take the boulder we pushed and I push it in to like shorten the initial distance by 5.
Sure. As you push that first one in, it kind of rolls downward with its own momentum a little bit, sinking into the lava and buoying before descending before it hits the ground, roughly halfway submerged and like starting to teeter and roll. The lava flow is pushing it, but down to like 5 feet per round. It is heavy enough to resist some of the velocity.
All right, Roulette, do you want to try to step out and undo one?
I'm gonna jump up onto that first boulder, and then I'm gonna rip out another page. Rasim. And have one of the boulders appear in front of me.
Same thing. It kind of floats, buoys there, sinks down, and now both of them are simultaneously slowly being pushed down this river. But you guys are successfully creating a bridge across.
Are they like hoppable, so we don't have to do 4? Like, are they like 3 feet apart from each other?
Well, it's 20 feet, so it depends where the second one is placed. The first one I'm considering within the first 5-foot section. And then, so did you do the second 5-foot section, or did you give us space?
No, I did not do a space. I'm the
Okay,
only
so it's
thing
just right next to it. So it's
Yeah,
5 foot, 5 foot so far.
yeah. The
So
only
there's
thing
10
I'm doing
feet
is
of
like
lava.
I'm angling it slightly upriver so that everything lines up.
Do one more 5 feet away, so then it's just a hop, and then it's only 3 of the page. It's not full.
Sure, I will do. I'm going to do one more right in front of it, and then the last jump can be the easier one to the shore.
Oh, that's only 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So,
Yep.
Another page,
Got it.
rest theme. So 3 boulders, or no, I only use 2. So
Oh yeah.
2 boulders in, and then I will jump across. And let's make this quick. Those boulders are going to get hot.
Perfect. So with this, because of the orientation of how you did that, because when you guys suspect as you hop off that third one onto safe terrain across the way, you realize if you landed in difficult terrain, you might be subjected to some kind of save or something. And because you did not trigger that gap where landing on a boulder, you did successfully kind of prevent extra danger. So well done. 2 pages from the thing used, the other boulder that you got, but you guys are all able to easily, well, 1 was a real boulder, 2 of them were pages.
Yeah. 3 altogether with the statue.
With the statue, yes, that's true. But yeah, you guys are able to all make it across, and now you're on a roughly 10 foot wide, instead of like a 25, 30 foot wide path, you're on a narrower 10 foot wide path that is a somewhat steep decline downward. It's walkable, but carefully so.
Swords back out.
And there's about a 5 foot river of lava just trickling down along your side.
Yeah, so like a 15-ish foot tunnel.
Yeah, that's actually
10 of it.
I misspoke because it is a 10 foot diameter, so it's really like a 5 foot. It's a single file pathway with a 4 or 5 foot lava flow next to it. And as you guys start to make your way in that vicinity, you all experience a similar sensation of the entire atmosphere just gets hotter out of nowhere.
It wore off. Dang it.
Oh, got it. It's hot.
Definitely uncomfortably so, but still, not harming you.
Okay, let's not over drink water, but let's not forget to stay hydrated, because we can definitely drink too much.
Hydrate and walk.
Hydrate and walk.
Okay.
I'm behind Telperion at the lead, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Using this.
Well, as you guys continue down this narrow pathway that, unlike the previous terrain, which was jagged and it switched back and forth and would change direction somewhat randomly, but clearly with intention from an excavation purpose, this tunnel very gradually shifts and is much more smooth terrain. I'm going to have Roulette with a passive investigation as high as yours. You catch something that does concern you along the way is the interior walls of this tunnel do not look natural or excavated. There are strange patterned grooves along this thing, indicating you seem to be descending into something burrowed through this. So that, I don't know if you share that with the group, but that's an idea that sinks into your mind along the next 10, 20, 30 minutes or so.
I do share that, and I think someone made this tunnel, and it wasn't made by hand. It was a bit bigger than us.
I was specifically going to be going behind Telperion to keep an eye out. Would it be unreasonable to say that I'm tapping myself once a minute, knowing that I'm on lookout duty?
That's okay. Yeah, that's fair game. You're asking Kellenborg for aid to keeping you guys alive through your senses. So sure, go ahead and give me a perception check with a D4.
Telperion shrugs it off. Lightning doesn't.
I
smell
finally
close.
rolled something good for perception. Good lord.
24 is really high. Over the course of 2 hours or so, down this steep decline, Toby Rama, your senses don't pick up. You guys do all experience one more tremor, And because you've been instinctively kind of keeping that in mind, you guys are all kind of able to drop to the floor in time that it's not pushing you over into the little stream of lava next to you. But it does maybe, put you on the edge of your nerves a little bit. Tobirama, as you're proceeding downward over the course of this time, you are feeling a familiar sensation of your breath feels shallower. And you're all actually experiencing this, but it feels familiar to you, Tobirama, as your breath is getting shallower, a little harder to breathe. It's very hot down here. And then as you guys begin to emerge, you see light coming in from ahead. And as you continue down, you do hear like the grinding of earth somewhere out far ahead, but you're seeing that there's a glow from some lava-filled cavernous void space out ahead of you if you continue forward.
One way forward.
Okay, so as you guys continue toward that space. Do we want to
be quiet going in?
I'll dim this, turn off the sword.
Okay.
Let's try and be quiet.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to be quiet.
Yeah. If you guys all want to roll stealth checks to quiet your steps, go for it.
Oh. 14. That's the best stealth check I've ever made.
Oh. The 2 disadvantage ones got really well. They're really good. That's pretty funny.
That's for...
Okay. As a group, you guys actually rolled really well.
For the first time.
And as you proceed into this cavern,
lava.
You move forward, and Tobirama, you feel a horribly familiar sensation as you're looking out forward with good perception. You just instinctively hold your breath in fear. And as you point out silently, you see the entire wall over on the far side slowly shifting. And then you see like dripping, dangling tentacles of something out in that direction. And this is what you see off in the distance, seemingly having not noticed your presence.
Oh!
Seemingly made out of moving, hardened magma, but there's some sort of dripping lava out of its face and tentacles that dangle from it. It seems to be like pressing its face occasionally against a portion of the wall and clawing at it, trying to make its way out. But also with your perception, you catch a couple other things. There are multiple burrow holes like this throughout this chamber, and instinctively, this is too large of a creature. This creature is gotta be dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of feet long, and it is roughly 10 foot or so in diameter. But you imagine this creature's too large for multiple of these types of creatures to occupy the same space. So you take this as some version of like a den of this thing that has pierced multiple portions of the interior space and has come here, and it's clearly trying to make new pathways. Additionally, this cavern seemingly has no ceiling. You look up and it's just a vacuous hole that continues up, and about 300 feet or so above you, you see a bridge. Like a dark iron bridge with several like statues hovering next to it. It looks very like well made, official, and it seems to be jutting out from one portion of the cavern and traveling into another.
I wonder if it would have taken that bridge if we'd gone the other way.
Do we see the windmill?
No, you do not see the windmill.
Okay, I have to pee. Is this a good moment to take a pause?
We can do.
Are we playing till 2?
For sure.
We're playing till 2.
Probably closer to 145, 150-ish.
Okay.
Cool. Bye, break.
Okay.
Dude, so we started our campaign for D&D Club. Like we just started like the first session, and the kids' characters are so funny. There's one of them is literally a rat, like he's a rat. Rat King is his name, and he's just playing like a humanoid rat. One of them is a like undead 7-year-old that has the strength of a man. So it's like, you know how like if you get bit by a vampire when you're like young, you stay young, but you're like you have the strength of a vampire. Same thing. He's an undead 7-year-old that has like a 16 strength, so he's like super strong. They're pretty funny.
Amazing.
Yeah. Like one of them is like a dragonborn, and like I gave them like the speech from like Gundren Rockseeker about like help him with his task, and she was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So I had to like go through like all this extra work to convince her.
That's the start
like,
of
right,
Lost Minds, right?
Yeah, it was like like I didn't want to be like
now how do I railroad you and make you think you have freedom but railroad you to the story? Yeah.
It was like, okay, there's no other option. What are you just gonna have an adventure by yourself? Oh, they're funny.
Yeah, that would just be so impossible. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited to have kids and run D&D and do D&D stuff with them, but it's just gonna be impossible because they're gonna do shit that's like, well, guys, you gotta do the story.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and it's a little farther than this technically, but I'm gonna make it available to see on screen too. That thing.
All right. We absolutely.
But seemingly you have not gathered its attention.
We cannot fight that thing in its lair, right? Roulette has an idea. I want to just look in the chamber and see, A, like, is there anything of interest? B, does it look like there's a path forward?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Do we want
That
to?
one.
Do we want to back up into the chamber? And Roulette, could you send a Moby 3 to scout up a bit?
Crit.
How'd the moon die do?
It get that one. Whenever
Oh,
that
no.
one, I always feel like my DM has tricked me.
Yeah, it's a weighted die that's tilted toward that one. You do not. Your Telperion, I'm going to say, in a moment, you're locked in fear. In just a moment, you've never seen a creature that large ever. It is just gargantuan in size. Toby Rama, with your extremely high passive perception and your augury spell, you catch the faintest waft of cool air coming from another tunnel back in this direction.
I'll get everyone's attention and point.
So we can't fight that. But if we get to the exit quick enough, it probably can't follow.
Think we need to distract this thing? I can probably see if I can distract it.
We're gonna need to move quicker than we've ever moved before. When I'm allowed, when I can get over my nat 1, now that Toby's pointed that out, I just want to peek and see, like, obviously there's bridges, but like, this is low, right? Like there's.
Yeah, I would say all the lava in this space is incredibly hot because it's rather close to your elevation. It's probably a 5-foot drop from all terrain down to lava. And so this is probably even terrain with this, but it's just floating debris.
Okay.
Let's back up into the tunnel a little bit.
You also see that there is a lot of different kind of lava flows, not quite waterfalls because it's not in free fall, but just like dripping down multiple portions of this like vacuous cylindrical chamber that you find yourselves in.
Seeing Toby gesture at us, I back everyone up just so that we're slightly safer distance out of the cave a little bit.
All right, we're back up.
Yep, you're all free to do that for sure.
I mean, I can get a rock pretty damn far in the opposite direction if we want to just, if I can try and maybe distract him.
Because you can have it make a sound, right?
I was gonna throw a rock, but it goes like 150 feet. I was gonna throw it down one of the tunnels and see if I could just distract it.
It's already a little distracted, so.
Part of me wonders. Ooh.
Jerry, do you have any thoughts right now?
Well, instead of throwing the rock, we could give it to Shadow Moby, and he could just go over in the specific direction, and then if he dies, it's okay.
We're all at full vitality, right? Ish.
Yeah.
This, like, if we're willing to take some burns, we could
Stop
just.
suggesting this.
Why
I'm
do you
not
think
gonna
it's?
walk on lava.
Why do you think it worked fine?
We had fire resistance.
We had
then.
fire resistance back then.
And I'm
Yeah,
learning that.
I don't want to walk on lava.
And we're going a lot further this time.
I'm just putting our options on the table. I can fly there.
You can fly there. I think I can probably make it in a single sprint, but I can go faster than y'all. So that's me and Toby taken care of.
I can teleport across.
Who?
I can teleport across.
You can teleport across. How would you get across? Do you have any ways on your own, or would you need?
I'm gonna be running real fast.
I could also levitate you across.
Yeah, like Roulette could get to here, and could you pull her like that?
I can move at 30 feet about. What about Alfie? Can Alfie go in the bag? Can you hold on to Alfie?
Alfie's form is much too large for the diameter of the bag, I think.
I mean, worst case scenario, I can get any one of you just across there immediately. I can get 3 of you across.
You could get me across, and then I can levitate you over.
We could. I say we run. Well, from what we saw, or I'm going to ask Toby this from his passive perception. Is it like, is there a small tunnel over on the other side, or can we see like?
That's a fair question. It seems like a smaller, like natural formation of like almost like a striation in the stone that clearly was not burrowed from, but is rather like just a narrow slit that continues further. And Toby, Ram, you just have a sensation that for some reason,
Fresh
cool air is
is
drifting
coming
from
in.
that direction.
We can do this for sure.
You think it can be reasoned with? Maybe we could try talking to it.
Before we do anything, I have one question. Do you think there's anything valuable and cool in the middle of the room?
Probably.
Okay, you run there and check while we all flee.
I mean, I'm really fucking freaked out by that thing. I've lived too long to die from a fucking lava beast. But I am.
If it gets you, just say we've got gold and we can pay him money to get you back.
How about let's just make it to the other side first, and then if we want to go check out the thing, I can send someone there and back in
you got your
15 seconds.
You got your little bug. All right. How about this? What range can you teleport people from? Maybe I'll levitate you over first.
90 feet.
Okay. So Toby goes first alongside you, because I will fly you over alongside Toby. Jerry, you can teleport as soon as that happens. Can anybody levitate? Okay.
Another earth tremor just kind of slowly rocks the vicinity.
And is it going to be 2 teleports?
Can we peek back in really, like, can not go all the way in, but peek in to see if we still see it in the same spot?
You do still see it. It's not exactly in the same spot. It's slightly further in. It is making some progress in what it's trying to dig into.
Oh, this is better than any distraction we could have hoped for. All right. The problem is, what? Are we ready?
Yeah. Should I try and distract it, or is it?
Don't distract it. I think its face is in a fucking wall.
It is. I'll redact what I was saying earlier. If someone accidentally falls in the lava, you will be able to get up and run to safety.
If what?
Like if one of us accidentally falls. I'm not going to start by saying we walk on lava, but if one of us falls, I want you to know that you can. Yeah, I'm going to put it on us.
Just cast it right now. Don't do the long version. Just do the short version.
I will cast Water Walk right now. On the
actively
5
cast
of
a
us.
3rd level spell. Got it.
Okay. Are we ready?
I don't see why not.
And it's going to take 2 teleports. You teleporting me and Alfie.
I'm just going to fly.
And no one can carry Alfie across.
No, he's a big boy.
How heavy is he?
I would say, Telperion, having pushed a densely packed stone boulder, you think Alfie would be lighter than that. He's a little more hollow and is smaller in diameter.
This is my DM question, because I've been thinking about this. I can move a large object of any weight if it's large. If we like put a single rope around and let Alfie hold, or hold Alfie, weight-wise it wouldn't be a problem, but they are 2 separate creatures, so it's a decision for you to make. But also, like, I could theoretically levitate a stone that they're both standing on. It becomes DM discretion, I think.
Yeah, I would say functionally, you need to put your focus to one thing. If that's Roulette, and Roulette happens to be holding Alfie, it might be up to Roulette to succeed on a strength save to like hold him while she's being moved. Or you could put them both on a boulder, put your focus into the boulder and move the boulder. So it's just narrowing in on one specific target of your focus. But you're right in like the mechanics of it. It's just like
you can use a spell slot and do Alfie separately, and will it take 2 rounds? Or I could levitate a boulder with you 2 on it, or you could hold him. Those are your choices.
If we can get on a boulder and you can levitate that boulder, let's do that.
So I think you're gonna have to hop. So I want to try to survey. Honestly, I want to take off my armor so bad right now.
Jerry, you're gonna teleport.
Yeah.
Crit.
Wait, but Roulette, you should give that speaking stone to Shadow Moby so that, like, just in case anything bad happens, Shadow Moby can charge at the monster and try to distract it with the stone.
Oh, I will. Okay. I will. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna retreat up the tunnel a little bit. I will. Ooh, I forget if that's a tap. That's a tap. No, that's the continuous. I will retreat even further up the cavern of the tunnel, and I will use the megaphone, well, the mini megaphone, to speak into a rock and say, "Over here, over here."
Okay.
And then I will hold it, and I will hand it to Jiri. Is it Jiri? You or your shadow friend, if you tap it, it'll make a whole bunch of noise.
Okay, you got that, Shadow Moby. You have to tap it.
And I will hand
Jiri
it to
does
the
it.
air.
All right. My order of business right now is seeing if any of these rocks look loose enough. You said that they were kind of floating there.
I would say you could identify one that is.
Okay. You're gonna have to like.
Okay, let's go order of operations here.
Actually, I can bring it 5 feet towards you, and then I can bring it over there. That's plenty up. Fine.
If we get,
It's not a problem. I'll bring it 5 feet towards you. You land. You go on it with Alfie, and then I move it 25 feet that way, and you walk off it.
at what point do we think this thing's gonna hear us moving a giant fucking boulder?
I think it's gonna notice us at some point, but I think we can, if we boom out of the hall. That
Okay.
I can try to do it quietly. I'm not gonna just drop it, but
I will time it so that myself and Alfie jump over to that boulder.
and remember to prepare your spell, ready to cast it on me as soon as you can.
I have my vortex warp whip ready to go.
Okay.
So that's
And
the
is
three of
that?
us.
Do you need to be at melee, or you can do that at range and move to other range?
I have a 90-foot radius around me, and I can move it to anywhere else in that 90-foot radius.
Got it. Thank you.
And Toby, you're gonna have to dash.
So, what I'm thinking, in order of operation, is Jiri teleports first. I get my wings out and dash, because both of those I think will be the quietest.
Yes,
I'm just
you gotta get
flapping
your wings
wings.
out.
I'm just flapping my wings,
And you gotta get your wings out before we start it all, because
Okay.
that's your action.
and then Telperion, you hover Roulette and Alfie on the rock, and then Roulette teleports you.
All right. We look at our DM's face to see what he's thinking, to see if he is gonna kill us.
I'm good.
Alright.
Alfie is going to be in ostrich mode. I'm going to reach inside, take one end of the grappling hook, and I'm going to tie it around my waist, leaving like 5 feet of slack between Alfie and I.
Okay.
And we're going to be running in tandem together.
Okay.
Jiri, you ready?
All right.
I take off my cloak. Oh no, I don't. I'm not gonna take. I'll leave it on. I don't want to put the cloak in the bag. I'm so scared.
Okay, I'm gonna sprint, right? I'm doing this fast.
I put the cloak in the satchel of storing because I don't want it to burn and to get destroyed.
Wait,
Yeah, you're doing it.
somebody answer that question.
What?
I have to run, right? We're just gonna sprint. We're not even gonna worry about being stealthy, right?
I thought you were
run.
gonna teleport.
We're not.
I
I
know.
think we should
But
try
before I
to
can
keep out there.
teleport, I need to run.
Don't run first.
He has to run first, apparently, to teleport.
You
You gotta like get speed up before you can do this.
No, I can only go about 30 feet. Is the problem?
Oh, okay. Then
then hop on the rock.
That rock ain't big enough for the three of us.
Flirting with size.
Okay.
Flirting with
As-
size restraints of the rock.
Jiri, you're gonna be like following Roulette and Alfie. They're gonna be going over on a rock. You're just gonna do your thing at the same time as them.
Yeah, I'll just go behind them, right? If I have
Yes.
to sprint.
Yeah.
All right.
Shall we?
So stupid.
Okay.
This is a great. I actually think it's a great idea.
Jiri. Okay, so I'm gonna lead off. I'm gonna in the cavern get my wings out, and then I'm gonna make my way to where I have myself right now.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to dash to this area.
Can I ask, are we still on our previous stealth check? Like, can we move back out to how far? Or did we never went this far where I am right now, did we?
No.
Definitely
Correct.
Okay, so we are right where we are on the map currently.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I've got a better idea. I'm not going to teleport. I'm just going to turn into a cloud and fly over.
Beautiful. Love it. Do it.
But I'm going to be really slow when I'm doing that.
Quiet is the best thing you can do.
Yeah. Toby starts flying. I'm doing it.
Okay. Dash.
Dash 60.
And you're able to hold yourself aloft, so you get just to the precipice of that other area. Your wings, you can hear the proximity of them, can hear just the loose, but functionally barely a sound. And you are able to get there. So Toby Rama, you can go ahead and move yourself onto that rock. Who's next?
I turn into a cloud and I start floating across the lava.
What do you do as you turn yourself into a cloud?
Dewey just says,
Okay, I'm going to decondense now.
and his body starts to just like turn into steam, right? Like his body starts just like disintegrating almost, like evaporating. And he just turns into this like bluish cloud, and it floats really slowly, but he's dashing, so like 20 feet at a time.
Speed walking
Okay.
as a cloud.
Yeah,
Yep.
just like floating across.
So you are able to condense yourself. So first turn, you're able to get 10 feet or whatever, and then I want to trigger everyone else's first moment of stuff. But you will continue to be able to
20
dash.
feet.
Well, you can't cast
dash.
this and dash.
On the first go.
Oh yeah. True.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so you trigger it and you start to move 10 feet. That's the first turn for you. Who's next?
I have Alfie quietly stand up into ostrich mode. The rope is around my waist, 5 feet of slack between us, and we. Am I gonna try and do this stealthily or no? I'm just running.
Don't run. None of us need to run.
We're walking that direction, and then we're both going to jump onto this boulder.
I was going to bring it to you. That was the plan. I was going to, on my turn, walk there, bring it 5 feet. I said I was going to bring it 5 feet towards you, and then I was going to move it 25 feet towards the thing.
We are waiting at the edge to get onto this giant boulder.
Holding a dash, I guess, to use more action movement.
Holding a jump.
Holding a dash to use the remaining 5 feet of movement onto the boulder.
And then off of the boulder when it's over there.
All right.
I don't know. That'd be like 2 reactions. I probably can't do that.
We'll see.
Then I move up to essentially where Alfie is. I guess right here. And then I'm gonna move the boulder. I'm gonna pick it up, bring it toward them 5 feet so they can walk onto it, and then move it very carefully to 25 feet so that wherever I best see a lineup for them to walk off it. And I'm gonna try to keep it low so it's not gonna like splash and explode with lava and be loud, but high enough that they can like try to meet that sweet point of like high enough that they can walk off it.
Okay.
Right.
Give me an intelligence check, just real quick.
Fucking Christ. A 7.
Okay.
I can use
So
my inspiration though. I really don't want to, but this is something I really don't want to fuck up. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
Right before the boulder leaves the station, I turn to Telperion, and I like look up at this raised platform in the middle of the room. Say, if you want to go there, just tell me.
Oh, let's see how the next round plays out because I'm curious about it, but I don't want to die. I'm gonna use my inspiration to not fuck up this intelligence save check.
okay.
So I had rolled a
Go ahead and
7.
roll.
Yeah. Oh my god.
20.
20.
You feel very confident. You're able to do this movement. You know the capabilities of your telekinesis, but you were starting to wobble as you were picking it up a little bit. It was about to start dragging and grinding across the floor, but you lift with an extra surge of space, and you're able to complete this maneuver somewhat silently with extra dexterity of sleight of mind.
Alfie and I disembark.
You are welcome to. You guys are all across very quietly. Not Telperion, and Jiri is on the way, but that is everyone's turn. So let's go into round 2. Toby Rama, what's next for you?
I'm not gonna dash. I'm gonna move towards
Easy for me.
the way we're exiting, and I'd like to survey where we're about to walk into.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
This will be for fine details. You'll get some for free.
Dude, why is that always the case?
Yeah, so actively you're not able to pick out like any identifiable variables out ahead, but it looks you are feeling a cool breeze waft from that like striation, natural formation striation in the groove, and you're like, this is what that augury was telling me to pursue, but you're not able to see anything into it. Your 60 feet of dark vision even are not able to see anything in there, so likely that tunnel goes for a little bit.
I want to see racial traits. One per level. It doesn't. Yeah, my wings don't give off light, so I'm gonna keep them.
Not technically. I'm gonna say they are like luminescent in their own right, but they're not shedding light.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna keep them out. I was thinking about putting them away, but I'm gonna keep them out. That's all I am doing.
Okay. Roulette Alfie, I think we're next. Or was Jiri next?
Jiri was next.
All right, I go 20 feet.
Gaseous
15,
dash.
20.
You are able to. It is absolutely silent.
And I'm gonna send Shadow Moby just like a little ways this direction, heading across, but not,
Okay.
kind of within 60
Okay.
feet of me, just heading in
Also,
this way, just in case.
Your mist is somewhat bluish, whitish, but visible. Moby's is so translucent, it's virtually invisible, but you can see that he's heading in the direction you sent him on. But his movement is also completely silent.
That's it.
Do that in my head.
You do? Oh my god. It's now justifiable when I whisper to Steve because Telperion can whisper to Roulette. So in her head,
That's awesome.
Telperion she hears from Telperion, let me walk in a little bit before you teleport me because I want to see if there's anything in here because Roulette's debating teleporting me up there to see if there's something worth swiping.
Okay.
But also we're trying to figure out if it's just the map that makes it look interesting or if Telperion would see something.
Sure. So what is Jiri has gone. Whose turn is it technically? It's Roulette, I believe. Roulette and Jiri, Roulette and Alfie.
Yeah, Roulette and Alfie. Oh, Jesus, that's my ruler. Roulette and Alfie are going to back up just a tiny bit towards, I guess, away from the bridge. And I think I'm still within plenty of range. Yeah, easy peasy.
Okay.
And I have my whip out, and I'm ready. And if I see a thumbs up from Telperion, I'm going to teleport him to the top middle of that thing. Otherwise, I'm just waiting to snag and pull him back.
Okay.
So
You feel a cool breeze from where Toby's standing.
I laid out a potential path because I'm thinking I might try to make it so the teleport's just a one-way back to them journey. I want to walk. So I'm gonna walk here, and I'm gonna use my psionic speed to move myself further on this turn. So I have a speed of 35 right now, and I took off my cape.
Got it. Because we said that was something you unlocked. You just haven't used it yet. So honestly, it fell off my radar. But that was something you unlocked over downtime, was being able to use a psionic dice to further boost your momentum.
Yep. So that's one psionic die. So if I dash,
so as you get there.
Oh, yeah. And I also am trying to look to see if there's anything worth looking at.
As you step halfway on the bridge.
Okay.
You hear the grinding of stone off in the corner stop. So functionally you've gotten here, and then you heard a sudden silence to that space. I just wanted to make that known to you before you continue or do anything else. This is, you were at this space when a new variable triggered.
Okay, I'm looking at I'm trying to see. Well, first of all, I wanted to see if there's anything even up here resembling what I'm seeing on the map. That was like, as I started moving, I was looking to
I would say, because it's a terrain change, I'll give you perception with disadvantage.
Okay. 8.
Hard to see, but it looks like something built into the ground and like partially destroyed.
Okay. And then the sound change happens. So I've essentially used, I think I was trying to get here. Let me get that.
Yes, you were. Yeah. And functionally, you haven't needed to even spend your side dice yet.
Okay.
But you're starting that run.
Yeah. When I hear the ceasing of the sound, I look at it. And has it pulled its head out and looked at me, or is it still head in?
I would say it's motion. It's like globule motion of the magma, like trying to press further into the stone, slowed and stopped. That's all you're able to see in this moment.
Can I, so I haven't used all my movement yet. I've essentially used how much?
20.
15 feet.
15 feet?
Oh, 20, yeah.
20. I look at Roulette, and I think I just nod, because I can use my movement to get back towards them. And I see if you want to cast it on me at this time.
Am I seeing a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Because you told me thumbs up was to the middle of the platform, and thumbs down was to us.
I got time. I give you a thumbs up.
Upon seeing his thumbs up, I am going to cast Vortex Warp on Telperion, which, disclaimer, does have a verbal and somatic component.
Sure.
And I'm going to transport my elven friend from this spot to right here, because that's the closest I can see. And I'm gonna, so I take out what looks like my catapult launcher, but a light emanates from it. It's not like a straight beam, but it highlights Telperion's location, and I pick the spot right on the nearest part of the top of that plateau.
So go ahead and move Telperion to where he's going. Okay. As you do that, you see the magma worm react and start to retreat from the hole it was focusing on. And as it starts, it pulls its mouth out of the stone. It's like tentacles dripping with magma pouring out of it. And it starts to move its head in the direction of you all. Telperion, I'll give you one moment to make another perception check, now not with disadvantage.
16.
Yes.
You do not see any loot per se on this pedestal. It is clearly like a raised pedestal carved, and there's some sort of like scaly, draconic shaped legs that have been cut off. Like some statue used to live here and has since been destroyed. But there is an inscription written on the bottom, written in Dwarvish. Do you read Dwarvish?
Yeah, I can.
It says, let me get the
elf who knows Dwarvish is common language.
It says, long live it's all written in Dwarvish, but it says long live. Well, let me actually just paste it in here. Some of it is legible, some of it is not.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, imagine having 6 seconds to read something while like a monster is like about to eat you.
It says, long live Kegoru, slay of the wicked
Okay. So I read that, and there's nothing else up here, just legs.
There's nothing else up there, just an inscription built into like this dais, by the way, is solid gold.
Got it. And it's just mounted in the ground.
Yes, this statue seems to have been carved from gold, but the statue is destroyed.
Okay.
But it is.
I'm
the
gonna
inscription still lasts.
use the rest of my movement to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
15 feet.
So I get. Well, I am gonna burn that psionic energy die.
Okay, so you can get an additional 15 feet, and then you can dash another 35.
No, I get another 20 because I moved 15. Now
You move 20.
Or you moved
No.
20.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I thought you said 15. Okay, so I'm gonna move 15. I'm gonna hop down here.
Yep, no movement penalty for hopping down.
Okay, so then I get another. I'm using my action to dash. So then another 35.
Okay.
Okay, and then
When you complete your movement there, this thing starts to move very slowly.
It's
I need
that
to
close.
get to snap. It's actually not fully that close, but you see this thing starting to its head is now facing you and just kind of snake surveying the space and slowly moving forward. But it doesn't seem to have sight on you. It must have reacted to some vibration in the earth within a duration of it, and it is no longer able to determine where that vibration came from. And as it spends, you all like, I don't know if you guys are all backing up into the crevice or not, but as you guys see this thing just like confusedly look around, it starts to go back to the tunnel it was burrowing.
okay.
That's amazing. But you are able to all journey into this striational cavernous hole in the terrain. And I think that's where we'll pause our part one for now.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
Hey, Gord.
Good stuff.
Bye, Michael Kennedy.
Why are you doing this? Farewell.